set up barefoot in the park, please? In your rehearsals, work on place. I work an hour on place alone in terms of what do I usually do in that room? Where's my favorite place? And if it's a new room to me, I ask my partner, what is in your room? What do we see outside of these windows? Where's your kitchen? Where's your John? Did your mother make these pillows? I don't know, I'm making this up. But I do all and not only do I talk about it, but I walk around in it. I touch things. And I sit and see what I would do in this room. And then put the scene on its feet and go moment to moment. Why do you come into the room? What do you see there? Where would you head? Are you invited to sit down? Do you find your own place? Does she take your things? Do I take mine? And in that way, the scene evolves, humanly, logically.
Don't you tell me when to cry. I'll cry when I want
Melissa.
to cry. I find it really difficult to start this scene. So, although I'm running my objective and my physical goal through my head and trying to internalize it in my body, I always feel a little unsteady.
Okay.
Starting that
All
off.
right. Now, one of your biggest problems with the scene is that it has no real physical life anywhere. There is standing, there is preconceived line readings, and emotion. There is no physical presence in this room. Let me show you something. I always say we never stand when we can sit. The standing here was continuously placeless. If I get up and I'm going to get you a drink, and I head for the bar, right? And I go here, now I'm going to get you a drink. Now you say something to me. I can stand here for 10 minutes because when we're through with this, I'm going to go to tomorrow. That's what I mean by destination. We are always between places. If you stand over here, it's possible you're confronting him here. Now your standing is dependent on whether you're going to go to bed, but you know, internally, instinctively, you know that that's where you're going to head. Or you're going to change your mind and sit down here and have it out with him here. But you never have destinations. That's when now you have to fight for relaxation. And your body is fighting to be relaxed.
Okay.
Okay? Now, when you both started, I knew you were both in trouble. Always connect your first beat with an activity, with a physical activity. Take a sock off and then start talking, and you'll be better off. Do you see what I mean? If I'm waiting for an entrance, if it's no more than an adjustment of my belt just before I come in, I'm more in action than when I'm standing and trying to sift all the homework and who am I and who was my grandmother and what am I doing here and what's it. And I say the 3 steps are, what did I just do? What am I doing now? What do I want? And go for it. Those are the 3 steps that will get you there. Not body exercises, not relaxation exercises, not workouts, not inner work. Can get you in glue. You don't know which foot to start with, do you know? So if the body isn't there, nothing else. We talk, we feel, we think, but it comes out of our body. So all the thinking and talking and feeling, if the body isn't there, it's useless. Do you see? Mm-hmm. I also think in the physical life, it's peculiarly staged, whether you know it or not. And you're making determinations on emotional results, on highs and lows in the scene. You haven't really found your reality at this point in this fight, what you would do, what you have to do. Do you see? Mm-hmm. I don't care if it seems illogical to you, but don't stick to this layout. Shake it up. Start with a rehearsal of doings and activities in this room. Okay, that's all. Very good. Work on it some more. For this exercise, the problem that I give you is that you have lost something. Has to be pretty small so that you can't, I mean, if you lost a big shoe and your set is such, you haven't got many places to look because you would see it. So it has to be a small object, something that is important to you, that you have misplaced or lost. In the rehearsing of it, you will know you put it where you're going to find it eventually. And then it's the problem of really putting yourself into the moment with total conviction. so that you don't anticipate and start to play the manner of looking for something rather than really looking. Okay.
Okay. Glasses, books. No. Fuck! Oh, Jesus, I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! It's not there. If you were just a little fucking more organized, I would like you a lot better. My ticket, for the fuck. Breathe. Calm down. It's not here. It's not there. Oh, shit. Come on. Relax. It is here. It is here. Nobody does it like me. Yes, indeed. Good song. Oh, come on. Where did I put it? All right, calm down, think. I made it. Okay. On here. Fuck! Just a little more organized. It's just, God. This will not do in front of me. All right, it is here somewhere. Calm approach. Shit. Move, Willie. Oh.
Okay. Now what can you tell me?
Well, maybe a more gradual.
No, I felt the talking took over at the expense of really looking. Now, by the way, a side effect of this exercise is that almost always, if you lose something and get panicky, you will start talking to yourself. So it's a kind of nice first step into learning how that comes about. Do you want to try it again?
Yeah.
Just try the first few beats again. And if you talk, but don't make that predominant.
Okay.
All right? Specifics of what she's setting up now, that exercise can't work unless you really know everything you're dealing with, each pile, what's in it, what it means to you. So it isn't just, otherwise, if you would just put stuff there, it would become general hunting. Now again, I'm not getting a good idea and then seeing how I can improvise it. In the rehearsing, I'm truly discovering it so that I can repeat it as if for the first time.
Okay. Makeup. Books. Glasses. Oh, fuck. Oh. Find the fucking ticket. Okay. Nope. Oh, dear. Come on. Oh, come. Damn it.
Okay. Now, you see, that was much better. Didn't it feel better?
Yes, it did.
You see, the test is it was in the first one also some of the talking came was like, oh my God, it's gone, I'm never going to find it. So, which prevents a real search. Do you follow?
Yeah.
In other words, the possibility, it's got to be here, and the real hunt for it, and the talking yourself into the sureness that it must be in that first verse, and then if not where, could be there. Oh no, it's got to be there. In other words, the whole thing of expectation in acting, that we expect something, and then we very rarely get exactly what we expect, is put to the ultimate test in this exercise. And you can apply, you saw her do it twice now, all the same activities. When it works, when it's really correct, you in the audience, your heart will start to pound. Is she ever going to find it? Do you follow? You'll start to care. If it's mechanical, you'll sit and say, oh, she's looking for something. That's funny. Do you know? Just the second time through was much, much better. Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
You see, and that didn't land at all. Your pants were more important than what that meant.
Yes.
By the way, that's what I want to talk about, that some of your activities, when the activities stay pieces of business, you're using them wrong. In other words, you see, if I'm hanging up pants, I'm hanging them over this thing. Now, when this, that they're right, becomes more important than what I'm hearing here, this is not serving you. Doesn't mean that I don't do this, but you see, if I'm doing this and she says, say to me, I want you out of here. Okay, now wait.
I want you out of this apartment.
What do you mean out of here?
Well, you certainly don't think that we're going to live here together, do you, after tonight?
Whatever, but then I go on with this. But I don't have to finish my piece of business. Do you follow?
Yes, yes.
And the same with the tooth. You thought, well, I might do that there. So now it becomes the toothbrushing. You stop hearing, and you might head here, and you might start that. Then she's saying something, you might never get to it. Do you follow? But when that becomes, then I have to do that, and how does the cap open, and how would I do this here? Then you stop hearing and connecting.
Okay.
That's why I always say do all the activities before you ever learn the lines.
Yeah, I think it started from the beginning.
It
of
would.
the rehearsal process.
It's very hard to shake that, and really, rather than arriving at it organically so that it's incorporated into the work, it becomes disassociated. And you say, I got to do something there, so it becomes a piece of business.
Right.
Right? And that, I felt, stopped you a lot. Okay. Very Any physical confrontation on stage has to be worked out like a ballet so that it can be spontaneous. In other words, just slugging or just if it gets dangerous or out of control, first of all, the audience senses that they immediately lose reality and say, oh, that actor is hurting that actor, not Petruchio is attacking Kate. Do you see? Now, the world says that Kate doth limp. She should be up by then. She should be limping. She should be trying to, do you follow?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense otherwise. Okay?
I was caught in trying not to direct it and figure out.
No, those things you have to. In other words, this is an aspect of the whole chapter I have on endowment, endowing something with a reality that it doesn't have through physical actions. And in other words, if I have to have boiling hot coffee and burn myself, I want nice, cool tea or whatever it is on stage, and then I endow it with what it should be, right? The same in a fight. I don't want anything that's going to take control of me or take the scene where it shouldn't go. So, but I want to work on it so that it has sensory reality to me, and then bring it about so that I can believe it and then the audience. Let me give you an example. If my objective is to make you laugh or to provoke you with a laugh, if I tickle you first and you laugh, I have no need for the words anymore. It's the same with the physicality. The words are already duels. Best beware my sting and a wasp and with my tongue in your tail. The scene works much better if you cut the physical attacks to where they are called for in the script and nowhere else, that you will see that it's much easier. I think the weakest thing right now is also your receiving. You race through it from beginning to end. You aren't really letting something land so that you need to counter. And you both knew each other rather than discovering each other, testing each other, finding out about each other with your thrusts. Don't know what he's going to see. If you expect something else, how does this take you so that you need to find a counter? Don't go too quickly on tempo. You're going to not find the scene if you do. And I don't mean make deliberate pauses, but really receive before you need to send back and top or undermine or cut or outrage or startle or scare or whatever. And the fun of that when you win, you know? I can't go to an oven. Every time I open my oven at home, I see how I go back from the heat. Do you follow? In other words, the self-observation involved when you burn yourself, when you touch an iron, at which point you pull back the finger. Because these are the things that create the reality of the sensation. Can you see from this exercise the endless variations? Opening a bottle that's supposed to be stuck. A sharp knife. I use a dull one and see what happens when it's supposed to be really sharp. So I can't hurt myself. In other words, what most actors do, or most people who play drunks, is that they want to be out of control. You see, now if your knees, if you're trying to get ahead and your knees go, you want to straighten up. Then your head starts to carry you back, right? No, but you want the head to be straight. So there's continuously finding the vulnerability and overcoming it with a desire to do it correctly. Right? And it was like there on the knees, it was very good. And there was one point here where it was very good, but it was variable. Right? You had a degree of quiet.
Right.
You had, what else?
The bathroom.
The toilet. Oh, yes, okay. Now, again, staying drunk is harder sitting. When you sit, it's usually your head that wants to go, that you try to keep straight, you know, and then the attempt for normals, I didn't even do that on purpose, you see, and the attempt to get, and to focus, you see, to get to the right place for this, make sure that that's your cigarette, you know, so that the attempt is for normalcy.
Right.
Okay, now it's very good.